Hello and welcome to our YouTube channel. I am your dietitian Annie, and today we will discuss different topics related to research. Today, we will be discussing types of variables in scientific research. Variables are one of the most important aspects of research as they help to define the research problem and establish relationships between different aspects of the study. Let's get started. Before we dive into the types of variables, let's first define what a variable is. A variable is any characteristic, attribute, or quantity that can be measured or controlled in a research study. Variables can be categorized into different types based on their characteristics and how they are used in the research. The first type of variable we will discuss is the independent variable. This type of variable is the variable that is manipulated or controlled by the researcher. It is also known as the explanatory variable because it is used to explain the changes in the dependent variable. In other words, it is the variable that is hypothesized to cause a change in the dependent variable. Example, if a researcher wants to study the effect of different doses of a drug on blood pressure, the dose of the drug would be the independent variable. The second type of variable is the dependent variable. This variable is the one that is being measured in the study. It is also known as the outcome variable because it is the variable that is hypothesized to be influenced by the independent variable. In other words, it is the variable that changes as a result of the manipulation of the independent variable. In the example above, blood pressure would be the dependent variable, as it is being measured to observe the effect of the drug. The third type of variable is the control variable. This type of variable is used to control for the effects of extraneous variables on the dependent variable. Extraneous variables are variables that may affect the dependent variable, but are not the focus of the study. By controlling for these variables, the researcher can ensure that any changes observed in the dependent variable are due to the manipulation of the independent variable. In the drug study example, control variables might include the age and sex of the participants, their weight, and any other medications they are taking. The fourth type of variable is the moderator variable. This type of variable is used to modify the relationship between the independent and dependent variables. It is also known as interaction variable because it changes the nature of the relationship between the independent and dependent variables. The fifth type of variable is the mediator variable. This type of variable explains the relationship between the independent and dependent variables. It is a variable that comes between the independent and dependent variables and explains why the independent variable has an effect on the dependent variable. In conclusion, variables are an essential aspect of research. They help to define the research problem and establish relationships between different aspects of the study. The 5 types of variables that we discussed are independent variables, dependent variables, control variables, moderator variables, and mediator variables. Understanding these variables and how they are used in research can help you to design better studies and draw more meaningful conclusions.